A slight change from the usual schedule this weekend as Saints under-18s play Friday lunchtime. They're up against top of the league Chelsea as they bid to seek revenge for their opening day defeat against the Blues. 1-0, 2-0, 3-2. Saints were ahead 3 times against Chelsea at the start of the season before they were pegged back by goals from Josh Grant, Casey Palmer and a Tammy Abraham double. Despite their contrasting positions in the table, Southampton are in better form. Saints have 10 points from their last 5 games compared to Chelsea's 9 across the same period. Defender Alfie Jones, who made his injury comeback to complete 90 minutes in last weekend's defeat to Spurs, says they're heading into Friday's clash full of confidence.
Alfie, a late defeat to Spurs on Saturday, it must have been tough to take.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's hard conceding in the last minute. I think first half we were a stronger team. I think we just got to take our chance in the first half.
And for you, you've been out for a while, it must have been good to be back playing again.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to try and get back in as quick as possible, especially being out for a couple of weeks with injury and then having the 2-week break. But it's always good to be back in playing.
I suppose you want the games to come thick and fast, don't you, to make up for lost time, so to speak?
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to get back playing as well after the 2-week break. The whole team, I think we were in a good run of form, and that sort of disrupted it a bit. But I think we're back strong now, back to the start.
That 2-week break, you wanted the game against Spurs to come round just so you could get back playing again. I suppose you want this game to come round as quickly as possible again, just to get back to winning ways. Yeah,
definitely. I think we did have a great run of forms. Hit 5 games unbeaten. We were unlucky against Spurs. I think we didn't deserve the 2-1, but come back stronger and move on to the next game.
How easy is it to put a game like that behind you and start again on the Monday morning?
I think it's quite hard, but the boys cope well. I think now we want to get back in and get a win straight away to get up our confidence and be more positive. So I think we need a win.
It's important to respond as well, isn't it? To show that defeat, you've taken it in your stride.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're going to have a good response to this, and we're going to go out against Chelsea confident and try and get the win.
They're top of the league. It's going to be a tough one. Obviously played them earlier in the season. You came off the bench in that game, but it's going to be a tough game on Friday.
Yeah, Chelsea's always a tough game, but we should have beat them. We were on top. We're a bit unlucky for the first game, but I think we have confidence to go out against anyone and try and beat anyone.
Obviously a disappointing defeat to take on Saturday, conceding so late on, but what response have you seen from your players?
Well, yeah, I mean, we do the same sort of thing each time after the game. We do a debrief where we go through the clips on areas that we need to improve on and around the team targets that we've set for the game. So that went well on Monday and had a good chance to reflect. And then once we finish that, really, we sort of try and move on to the next bit, which is the preparation for the Chelsea game. So we've really been concentrating on that, sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll do that again tomorrow and Thursday with our match prep session, and then getting ready for Friday. So yeah, we evaluate quite early to the game as we can as a group, and then all the players have a look at their clips as well, their individual of how they've played, and then we move on as quick as we can and try and get ready for the next game, which will be a tough one.
Obviously, in the last 2 games, the players have experienced both sides of a late goal.
Yeah.
So it's a good learning curve for them. I know I spoke to you earlier, and you've said that they've had that earlier in the season against Chelsea, of course. But what can they learn from that?
Well, we had a couple of games, like you said, early in the season. I think we played quite well against Chelsea and were 3-2 up and ended up conceding a late goal. And the same against West Ham as well. And then we'd sort of done that to Villa and scored late on against Reading as well. So it's happened to us both ways. I think that what we said after the game was that you need to manage the game a little bit more, be a little bit more professional, and sometimes see the game out. I think there's always going to be periods in matches where you don't have a lot of possession, and what we do during those times when we do get the ball back is obviously we need to keep it a bit better, and also too when we defend, being a little bit more solid and seeing through, like we said, those periods of pressure. So hopefully we can take that on board this weekend. I mean, obviously last time we played Chelsea we scored 3 and hit the crossbar and the post, which was good. So I think there'll be chances for both teams, but it'll just be who can defend the best, and hopefully that'll be us.
Because the players haven't experienced defeat, that's the first defeat in 6 games, so they'll be looking to start quickly, I expect, against Chelsea.
Yeah, I think in the first, in not just the defeat, but it was we didn't play that well in the second half either, which is something that we hadn't done in the last 4 or 5 games, or even 6 games even. So, yeah, that was strange feeling as well, that we didn't perform that well in the second half. I think in every other game apart from that, in the last 5 games when we've had a little bit of success results-wise, we've been the team who've been coming on strongest in the second half. So that was a little bit strange as well, the performance-wise, not to perform as well in the second half as what we did in the first half. So that was a funny feeling too. But hopefully, like we said, we've evaluated that and can learn and push on and move on to Friday.
As mentioned, Chelsea sit top of the Barclays Under-18 Premier League Southern section. Saints' defeat last weekend against Tottenham Hotspur put them down to 10th. And Anthony Limbrick is expecting another difficult battle this week.
Yeah, we had a tough game obviously against them in the first game that we played, but they're quite open and play quite attacking, and they do have really good individuals. Still feel that Spurs are probably the better side out of those two at the moment from what we've seen. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. They're the standard with the players that they've got in and the players that they've got in the academy at the moment. So I think they'll be looking to play quite a strong team with their FA Youth Cup being on Tuesday against Leeds away. So yeah, it'll be a tough game for us, but yeah, one we all of us are looking forward to.
As you say, you went there and scored 3 goals. There's positives to take from that game. You know, went close to winning it to take into this one on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I think the players and everyone really, the players and the staff, we always look forward to playing the best teams, because that's what it's about. That's where you can gauge how far you've come since we played them last time, and really set down a marker of how much we've improved. And we definitely have improved, so we need to be going and showing that on the pitch on Friday. But yeah, it'll be a tough game, but one that we'll really look forward to.
And Marcus Barnes was missing on Saturday. He's got 10 goals already this season. Chris Regis was the man to step up to the plate and score on Saturday. But you need everyone to contribute when Marcus is missing, don't you, to get these goals? Yeah,
I think that not just the number 9, but goals from midfield as well. I know Joe Lee's got a couple too, and it was nice to see Chris score on the weekend from a good pressing move that we'd worked on, which was pleasing. And also the wide players as well, maybe the number 7 and 11s. Dan Dimkiv, Josh Sims, Harley Willard to chip in with a few more goals as well. They've got a fair few assists so far, but can definitely be adding more goals into their game as well. So yeah, definitely.
I suppose you can take the positives from the fact you went to their place and scored 3 goals.
Yeah, definitely. That scoring 3 goals at Chelsea, not many people do. So I think that's a positive for us. And now we're trying to score the goals, but keep them out as well.
Yeah, because until Saturday against Spurs, the defensive form had really improved as well. So you've got that positive to take, that there is that clean sheet mentality to take into this game, and you know, conceded 4 last time, but that clean sheet mentality and grab a couple of goals.
Yeah, definitely. I think defence has been doing really well, especially with 5 games unbeaten. It sums it all up. I think we've been working on it in training, getting the best out of it. Now we've just got to go and score the goals, and hopefully we can do that to get the win.
And you came back into the side in the defence. Yeah. What did you make of your own performance on Saturday?
I thought I had a good performance in possession. I thought I'd done well in possession, but out of possession I just need to get back into it. Obviously the positioning, get used to it, and then go from there really.
I suppose your versatility helps as well, don't you? Because you can move into midfield.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of a positive for me, that I can play 2 positions. And I think it helps me to get in the team and also help the team out.
Do you think it will take a few games for you to get back up to full fitness, or do you feel like you're getting there with all the work that's been done on the training pitch?
I think I'm pretty much at full fitness now. We've been working hard these past couple of weeks, getting the fitness back in, and I think just being back in is great.
It's a tough run coming up as well, because obviously Chelsea on Friday, West Brom, Leicester, and of course West Ham in the FA Youth Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to go in full confidence all them games. We're going to try and win, get the best result, and the Youth Cup's going to be good for us, especially as young people playing at the stadium. It's going to be a good experience, and it'll give us confidence